The Mustang has been the quintessential muscle car since its introduction in 1964. But after decades of being nothing more than a brute, it's gotten smart. The 2018 Mustang GT Fastback. It's like the all-star softball pitcher and the head of the mathletes got married and had a very powerful, but also very smart child. The new GT lives up to its impressive, if you don't count the Mustang II, legacy as an American automotive icon. Starting at $35,000, it's more powerful than its predecessor with a 5-liter V8 pushing out 460 horsepower and 420 pounds of torque. More than enough to appease even the most die-hard muscle car enthusiast. Sure, it's got more bang for the buck, but it's also the smartest pony to come out of Ford. It ships standard with Sync, but you're going to want to upgrade to Ford's latest infotainment system, Sync 3. It's one of the best systems on the market, and during my tests, I experienced no latency and found it to be one of the easiest systems to connect my iPhone and Android phones to. But the real fun comes in the dashboard cluster, thanks to Ford's in-dash track apps and ability to customize your own dashboard. It's a bit like Audi's virtual cockpit, but in regular and sport mode, it's not filled with a maddening amount of information. It's a mixture of today's tech with yesterday's muscle car simplicity. But you won't be spending your weekends under the hood tuning it for the upcoming track day. All you need is to press a few buttons. This is where today's technology takes a 460 horsepower V8 and makes it accessible to everyone. Because let's be honest, most of us don't actually know how to work on a car. But there's no shame in not being handy with a wrench, and thanks to the new Mustang's ability to switch on the fly to a full-blown drag strip beast, there's not much of a point to get your hands greasy. But all that growling power and tuned muffler could make you the neighborhood pariah. Sure, the engine sounds great on the open road, but in your cul-de-sac at 6 a.m., it's a nuisance. That's where the smarts come back into play. The muffler can be set for quiet mode for driving around your neighborhood, or when you'd rather enjoy the sounds of nature over the sound of a V8. Plus, for those early morning starts, you can schedule the Mustang to start up in quiet mode, so you don't piss off your neighbors or wake up your family. It accomplishes this in a car that's striking to behold and genuinely comfortable to sit in, as long as you don't try to wedge anyone over 5'3" into the back seats. And the GT does something I didn't think was possible with a Mustang. It handles itself pretty well around the corners. The steering is a little loose, but once you set the line, it sticks to the road in a way that's completely foreign to muscle cars. I've always admired the Mustang from afar. Sure, they look beautiful, but they've always seemed too dumb and unwieldy for my back road driving preference. The 2018 Mustang GT is smarter without losing its muscle car soul, and that should make anyone looking to buy into the American dream of a V8 blasting down the interstate happy.